Back. So now that we have the landing page module and component ready, actually they ended up being called welcome page and welcome module, and the reason was that that was the term that Trine was using all the time, and again, just for us to talk in the same terms, I just decided to change it to welcome instead of landing page. It's just easier to have a good communication with your customer then if you're using the same terms, right? So that's why I called it the welcome page instead. Let's have a look right here. Next step is going to be actually getting the top products and displaying the 4 on the landing page. So that's what we're going to focus on this lesson right here. There's a few steps to do it. Now first of all, let's go into our Firestore right here and have a look. These are the top products. Those are the ones that I want to kind of retrieve for now, and I want to display those on the welcome page, but I have to do it somehow, and I can use Angular Fire. They have a guide on how to get the products from a collection, so let's just scroll down a little bit, and here's actually an example on how you can get these products right here just by calling value changes and using the async key right here, and then you can actually get the products down. Let's try and do that, but there's one thing I want to do before I do it, and that is mostly when you see these guides right here, they don't care about the architecture, and that makes perfect sense. They want to show you code that's executed right away. But I don't want to do this. I want a service that takes care of this, because if at some point in the future I want to change from Firebase to another system maybe, or I want to make changes to what should happen when I actually go and grab products from Firestore, well, maybe I want to make that change for the entire application, and that's why Angular added something called services. So let's start out by making a product service where we can actually go and put this Firestore code into that product service, and then that will get the products for us, and we'll then use that in the welcome page. So this lesson, let's just focus on creating the service for actually retrieving products. Let's dive into the code. Step 1 is to generate this new service, and let's just do it with the command line interface again. I want the service to be put in the shared folder under products, just like the actual product, because that's where it belongs. And why do I know it belongs there? Well, if you go and check out Angular style guide, yes, you're getting a lot of terms right here. If I go into Angular IO, and again I go under the docs, under the docs right here on Angular IO, all the way down there's something called quick reference, something called style guide, and if you scroll down to overall structure guidelines, you'll see this is how they expect that you structure a feature build project, which is mine setup I chose right here. And let's have a look right here. It seems that when you do things like heroes, you'll have different component sets right here, like hero, hero list, and then you also have a shared folder, and that's where you put your service. So let's jump into code and actually implement that. So we're going into code right here, and I want it to be placed under products. That's my folder for this feature, and under the shared folder under that one. So you have to write ng generate and s for service, and I want it to be put under shared, products folder, and under shared in that products folder, and I just want the name to just be product like this. There we go. So this should be enough, and there we go. We get under share, we get 2 new files right here, the product service file and the product service spec file for testing if you want to do that later on. Just keep them both, and again notice that in the style guide right here the structure says again that if this is our products, we have a shared folder under products, and that's where we put our service right here. So that's just again the way that Angular expects us to use this. Okay, back to the code. Let's make this product service right here that's ready to use. It's already injected in the root, and in here what we're going to do is we're going to say get top products right here, and let's actually say put in a number right here, amount, how many we want, and that's going to be a number. So that's just how many top products we want. We can use that from the outside as well. And then for now, let's say that we want to return an observable containing the products array with these products. Product array, like this. And let's just import the product. So there we go, we have the product available. Now what do we want to do? Well, we want to of course use Firestore to return this. So let's go and check out the guide again. If we go back to the Angular Fire guide, it seems that we're going to need to use the Angular Firestore service right here to get going, and let's just put that in there, dependency injected, and I'll just keep the name Firestore. Actually I'll call it FS, just simpler to use. And how do we actually then get an observable back with the list of products? Let's jump back. It seems we're going to use fs.collection and then put in the name of the collection, and then call for now value changes. That's just how we're going to start it, and that's what we want to return. And it seems that's actually going to be an observable. The reason I know that is because if you look at items right here, it seems it's an observable but it's of the type any. We don't want it to be type any, we want it to be of the type product. So let's go back to the code. We're going to in here say this.fs. Notice I can't find fs, and that's because I need to add the private keyword right here again to make sure that it's only the actual class right here that can use this service. I'll say fs to get to Firestore. I'll say collection, and I'll explain the type we're going to return is going to be product. That's the type. And then we're going to put in the path, and the path is actually going to be, instead of items, we're going to find the path in Firestore. And I think the path was named top products right here. That's the one we want to find. Let's put that in there, top products. There we go. And then we are just going to actually return this. We are almost done, but we want to kind of return some specific thing right here. And we have the collection, but what do I want to return? Well, if I do a dot, I have a few choices. And right now, let's do the same as the guide. And let's actually return, if we go into right here to the guide, let's just do value changes. This guy right here. So we'll return that one. And that's actually right now going to be an observable. And because we put in products right here, it's actually going to be an observable with a product array. And that's why we're now done with this first method right here, where we can pass in the amount. We're not using that yet. We'll do that in the next lesson just to make the videos a bit shorter. But here we can actually put in the amount. Well, you know what? You guys are tough. So let's actually add the amount in here so we only get the 4 of the products available. So let's jump back to the Angular Fire guide right here and scroll down a little bit. There's something about querying collections right here. Try and grab that one and scroll down further. It seems right here you can put in a limit keyword. And how do we do that? Well, it seems we need to do some kind of ref in the collection. Let's just try it out. So I have the path to the products right here. I'll do a comma. And then it seems I can say ref, which is just a lambda expression right here. And then what I can do is I can say ref.limit maybe. Yeah, I can limit it. And what do I want? Well, I want to limit it to the amount, which is kind of the number I'm getting from the outside. So that's it for this method right here. So try and check it out. And again, go and check some of the other things you can do with your different collection requests right here. You can order them, you can sort them, you can do pagination and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff you can do out of the box. But let's just keep this for now right here. This should be running, and next lesson we'll try and use this inside our welcome component, right?